Addison Hayes. I go to Appalachian High School, and I attend 316.
My name's Paige Heck. I go to Appalachian High School, and I go to 316 campus.
I came to midweek. Actually, I came before it was called midweek for like a Thanksgiving thing. And then we stopped coming, me and my friend, and then I came with another friend and a group of girls, and we've came ever since then. And I try to come every Wednesday because it's just something that like, it interrupts my week, I guess. I don't know, it makes me take a break from like school and drama and everything, and I get to just like focus on my relationship with God and like take a break.
So I actually worked at Chick-fil-A at the time, and so a girl kept like pressuring me to come, and she was like, you should really like get involved and everything, like it's a great place, like you're gonna feel so welcome. So I finally was like, okay, like I'll give it a shot. So I started going with that friend from Chick-fil-A. I didn't know like really who to sit with, and I knew Addison from school, and like we used to be close, but like not anymore. So like I started hanging out with her more, and like we started sitting together, and then she really encouraged me to sign up for camp. And well, it was at the time where like everybody already signed up and everything, so I was waitlisted. And it was actually Daniel. Daniel was the one that called, and my mom was like, hey, you're actually not waitlisted anymore. You can go to camp. So that really was like honestly like it's so exciting. Like I was like, oh my gosh, I get to go to camp. I immediately text Addison. I'm like, oh my gosh, I get to go. Like this is mind blowing. And so when we went,
we were just walking, and Daniel stopped and said, where is your third person? Because the rule was always be with 3 people. And we were like, and then we turned around and immediately saw a leader, and we just like ran over there and grabbed her arm and pulled her and said, oh, we found our third person. We had no idea who this lady was.
this is Morgan.
No, but yeah, so they grabbed me, and I have no idea who they are, and we just instantly made a relationship out of it. And we went to the lake together, we played basketball, and it just like, it's so cool because that one incident of y'all and telling them they need a third person created a friendship forever.
Yes.
And it's not like we just see each other on Wednesday nights, it's a true friendship throughout the whole week.
Well, after we met Morgan and everything, grew a relationship with her, we absolutely adored her. Like, she was just that person.
We didn't even
that
know her
like,
name.
Yeah, and we
just
were like, I thought
knew
it was
who she
Maggie.
was. Yeah.
Like, I thought
We
her
thought
name
you were
was
Maggie.
yes.
Maggie.
And I was like, Maggie. And she was answering, I was like, hello? Anyway, so me and Addison finally like knew who she was and everything. So one night after church, me and Addison, like, wasn't it after like the whole?
It was after
night,
the revival
like the
night.
crazy
Yeah,
night.
I think it was the last night. Or...
So we pulled Morgan aside. We're like, hey, whenever you get a chance, like we'd like to talk to you tonight, like
It's
as
a
soon as
surprise.
possible.
Like we have a surprise for you.
And I ignored, I didn't ignore y'all, but like I was like,
Yeah.
I'll get with you in a second.
And you kept like hugging other people, and we're like, okay, Morgan,
Come on,
like,
Morgan.
we need to talk to you.
And then finally she's like, okay. And we go to like the fire pit where all the swings were. And we sat down and we started sharing like our stories, like our life stories and literally everything with Morgan. And she was telling
Tears
us.
and everything.
Yes, we were all like bawling our
this.
eyes out. It was awesome. And then I was like, okay, I have a surprise for you. Like I'm so excited. And then I said, I want to get saved. And Morgan's like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. And then like I was bawling my eyes out. Morgan was. And then Paige all of a sudden
Was like, oh my gosh, me too. And
She
then there was
literally-
more tears and everything.
yeah.
And that's the cool part about the wait list thing is
No, I definitely think it was a God thing.
Yeah, it was definitely a God thing, and you coming to camp literally created a whole new level. It was just so cool to be able to experience. And going into camp, I did not know these girls. I had no idea. And then leaving camp, we just created a whole friendship out of it.
I definitely look up to Morgan a lot. Like just seeing her and her relationship is like so like powerful, and I definitely want that. Like that's something I want in life.
I agree with that. And I even as a person, Morgan is just always so bright and just bubbly, and I aspire to be like her. Morgan will push us to the test.
I will.
So,
I will call them out during the week and be like, what's
Yes.
going on?
So she'll be like, how was y'all's weekend? Like, how have you been? Like, are you still like growing your relationship with God? Are you still journaling every night? Like, and she'll definitely ask us.
I do that. Why not? So when they showed up in August to the midweek where Shaq spoke, after worship, after Shaq spoke, after the worship, they came running up to me. And I think y'all were crying.
Yeah, we
Y'all
probably
crying.
were.
They were crying, and they came up to me crying, and they were like, we want to tell you something. Every time they tell me they want to tell me something, it is something really good. And so they said, we want to get baptized. And I literally, I started crying because this is just so cool. After a month and a half after camp, this is still working in their hearts, and they wanted to take that next step. And so immediately after service, we went and found Daniel, and I said, hey, these 2 girls, they want to get baptized, and that's just how it happened.
How are friendships and relationships important? How are they important for somebody spiritually?
Relationships can really help you make sure you maintain your relationship with God, and they can be like, hey man, you've got to step it up. What are you doing? And they're just there for you, for the good, bad, everything.
And especially having those relationships, you do go through the bad, and it's a normal thing for everyone, and it's always nice to have someone, more people just to push you through it.
And for me, I think having a community, and I know being a leader at midweek, you think that you're pouring into the kids, but I tell them this all the time, y'all pour as much into me as I pour into y'all. Y'all have grown me spiritually, and serving at Bethlehem Church and serving out at midweeks on Wednesday nights has grown me so much. Y'all have grown me so much. It's so cool to see it work both ways.